The G29 versus the T300 RS. If you're in the market for a racing wheel for the PC and the PlayStation 4, and in fact the PlayStation 3, you'll probably have seen this comparison out there. And there's a lot of information that kind of swings in the way of the T300 RS, but it wasn't terribly reliable when I was trying to make this purchasing decision. Yes, I've gotten back into having a racing wheel. I sold my G27 a couple of years ago just because I was running out of space and I just wasn't using it. But the racing bug hit me, and I actually picked up both of these wheels over the Christmas holidays, and I wanted to give you a very quick evaluation of which one is better, give you that kind of independent, impartial assessment that I try to do on this channel when it comes to reviews. So what is the kind of main line of thinking that you'll find on Reddit, on Amazon, and so forth? The basic take is this. The T300 RS is superior. It has superior force feedback. It is the more serious wheel. The only drawback are the pedals. The pedals aren't so great. The Logitech G29 and G920, if you want to get it for the Xbox. What is the general take on that? Old school helical gear system. Doesn't have the more advanced systems that you'll find in the T300 and now some of the direct drive wheels that are coming out. It's more of a toy. It's not for serious sim racers, and it's not that much of an improvement over the G27. So the quick result here is both of those things are true, but it doesn't really come down to one being superior to the other. It comes down to a usage scenario. The T300 RS is significantly stronger. It feels sturdier. It gives you what I would call almost exaggerated force feedback to the extent that it can be really powerful. You really have to dial it in on a per-game basis. The pedals are not just bad, they are horrible. If you are like me and you're in an office and you don't have a sim rig with triple screens and a metal frame and a way to bolt pedals down, they will quite simply be insufficient. I mean, I was using them and they were wobbling all over the place when I hit the brake. It was basically unusable. So you're going to have to pay another $100 to go up to their pro pedal set. I think they're called the T3PA pedals or something like that. And the problem with those pedals is that they also don't have carpet grippers. So this is a wheel that you're going to have to mount. And so the expense of the T300 becomes astronomical when you have to get some kind of mounting solution, whether it's a stand that you can put in front of a chair, and they sell these metal stands with an arm that you can sort of move back and forth. But just to put it on a desk and to use the pedals on a carpet, totally insufficient. G29, it is cheap feeling. In fact, although very similar to the G27 that I had in its operation, it just feels a lot cheaper. But pedals are very good. The pedals have carpet grippers on them. They stay in place on the carpet regardless of how much force you put into them. The one drawback, however, is that the brake pedal is very, very stiff. And people will sort of take this little rubber mod out of it, so to make it feel exactly like the G27 pedals. So if you have a chair with wheels, if you have a chair that slides, you will be moving backwards. Simple solution for that, I had a cheap folding chair from Walmart, put that in front of my desk, and it is very, very sturdy. I can brake as hard as I want, and I'm not going anywhere. The advantage of the G29, though it's old school technology, if you are used to using Logitech products, it feels the same. Doesn't have strong force feedback, but it feels normal, it feels natural. It takes the racing up to that next level. Is it worth $400? Absolutely not. This should be a wheel that clocks in at $180. I got it for $250. It retails for $400, I think. Plus, if you want the shifter, that's extra. So it's a disappointment in that sense. But if you are in an office, if you have normal furniture, if you're not going to invest thousands into a sim rig. The G29 is very, very easy to set up. Clamp it on the desk, put the pedals on the floor. In my case, grab the folding chair, which is in the room anyway, and I can be racing in under 45 seconds. And that, to me, matters. I don't want to have to go through a whole ritual of plugging things in and sort of changing my workflow here in the office. Everything's under the desk. It's small enough where it's completely out of sight, out of mind when I want to, throw on a racing game. Click Steam, mount it to the desk, pedals down, chair in place, racing 45 seconds. So that's an advantage. And for those of us who don't have the space or the disposable income to really get a serious sim rig, this will give you about 85% of what you're looking to do moving away from a controller. And that's basically it. If they're the same price, it's just your particular usage scenario that matters. And if you have a little flexibility, go with the Thrustmaster. Other thing I should mention, the Logitech, while it rattles around and it's plasticky, it's very quiet. The Thrustmaster has some serious fan noise and gives off a lot of heat, so you question the reliability long term. But again, it's up to you. And I think if you're a casual sim racer and you don't have a lot of space, the G29 is a good choice. So don't feel bad that you went with this similarly priced product but got a worse wheel. So I hope that helps you out. I know that would have helped me out as I determined which wheel I was going to keep. So let me know in the comments what your experience has been with either product.